Ant Keepers, and welcome back to the My Antics Ant Room. So I've been away for a while. You've probably noticed. It seems like I just didn't really have too much to record, say, or update you guys on, so I took a little time away from the camera and been working behind the scenes to make my antics even greater. Baboom. Anyways, I'm glad that I got you guys' attention today, and thank you for watching and all that fun stuff. We have new colors coming into the vortex nest. The vortex nest in general started out as a black and white nest. Over time, it evolved into a color-changing, amazing nest for all ants to enjoy, big or small. Green and yellow seemed to be the original standard for a while, but now I'm proud to say we now have a second color we're adding in, which is purple and neon pink. To explain it easily, when it's cold, the dark purple would set into the nest, though when you use a heat cord, heat lamp, heat mat, or any other kind of heat source, it shows you exactly where that heat is and how far it affects the nest, turning into a neon pink. Bright neon pink, to be exact. Let's go look at an empty nest I have behind me so I can show you just how amazing these new colors play in, and I think the ladies will probably find this nest fantastic. Let's roll into it. Here we go. As we scroll on over to the My Antics ant table, we can take a look at the original design we just spoke of, the original black and white prototype of the My Antics vortex nest. Inside, we can take a quick peek and take a look at my Pugomyrmex spadius colony. Look at all that seed. They're little seed monsters. Coming into your garden, taking your seed, giving it to the poor, which is their colony. If you look closer, they have a lot of brood. Let's zoom out, make sure they're in a good place, and let's go over to the second nest, which would be the My Antics Vortex Nest 2.0. This changes colors from a dark green to a neon yellow. And this is also where the Camponotus Chronicles take place, revolving around our Camponotus castinus. Let's see how these ladies are doing. Now all of the mature brood and the cocoons that you see are Camponotus castinus brood. The Camponotus decipiens brood is all disappearing, though it looks like we do have a queen in here. We'll have to pick her out and remove her and send her to a place where she can join in on the action. There's our beautiful little queen as she is. Look at her, she's so red and ruby bright. She's doing good, guys, and I'm sure we'll have another video on them shortly. But now, to bring us to the main event, let's scroll over, zoom out, to our new My Antics nest, which I'm so excited to show you. Da-da-da! It starts out as a dark purple, which would indicate that the nest is cooler. The design is exactly the same as the original. You would normally find the queen in the middle, where the biggest moisture vent is located. As they expand out and grow, they will start to fill in the inner chambers of this nest. Eventually, they will run into a place when they need more room, and, of course, you'd be able to extend it with a nest-to-nest vortex plug, which plugs right into the side and connects another nest. Sort of like what we have going on for the Avengers. This might be a hard shot. Let's take a peek at the Avengers. Let's see what the Avengers are doing. So not only have these little girls taken up 2 of these nests, but they're also inside of a discontinued My Antics Stockades nest. Many of you may have wondered what exactly happened to this amazing design, and problems occurred when we launched it. Ant keepers were putting their colonies in there too early, and it was too much space for them to adapt to. So we decided we're going to take it off the market, redesign it to make sure it's ready for all colonies, or we'll just label it as a giant mature nest to add on in the future. Let's cover all these girls back up. Looking in further to our new purple and pink nest, we can see that the design is the same. Not only is the color changing technology on the top, but into the water base as well, and fully on the water base top. I think the best thing to do now is to take some heat cord. Let's go ahead and push it into the back heat cord place, and we'll wrap it around the nest. Now normally you wouldn't wrap it like this if an ant colony was in it, but I want to show you guys how cool it is when it turns into that neon color. That should work. As I said before, everywhere where the heat contacts with the purple, it'll turn a vibrant pink. And this is amazing because a lot of ant keepers have a hard time figuring out where the heat exactly goes into the colony and how far it expands. So I've left the heat cord on for a while, and I thought, why not show you the original green and yellow as well? As we take this off, you can see how both of them have a really cool color changing ability when it comes to heat. The original turned a very dark green when it was cold, and it turns into a more vibrant yellow as it warms up. The same applies with our new nest. If we zoom in a little bit here, you can see the dark purple represents the cooler parts of the nest, and the light neon pink represents where the heat cord was laid on it for a couple minutes. If we scroll over to the golden nuggets, you can see just how weird this ability really becomes when the nest is at a decent temperature. This is a combination of the green and yellow, probably stating that it's around 80 degrees in there. As you notice, it's a little bit more of that neon yellow towards the top where the heat cord is, and towards the bottom and where the water base is, if you look in, you can see the darker green because the water keeps it cooler. I think having the ability to watch your nest change colors is truly an epic sight, and it helps me to get the colony to where they are now, knowing if I have to bring more heat cord towards them to help the brood grow, or if they're too hot, you can move it away or take it out completely. Before we get to an explosive clip at the end of our video, which I think you will all find truly amazing, I lastly want to talk about the connectors that the My Antics vortex nests have. There is the single nest to tube connectors. One of these, along with a nest connector that connects to a tube and a test tube water source, that comes with the original nest, as seen here. When you buy the whole setup, the complete starter kit, it comes with a 3-way connector, a single connector, 2 tubes, an outworld. It also comes with My Antics feeding tray and the whole nest itself. In the shop though, we also have connectors like this, which is a dual nest connector with water source, and in all honesty, you can keep going. You could add as many My Antics vortex nests together as you want to, and you can also change it up as well, as we did up top. We connected an outworld with a 3-way connector, with another 3-way connector to the My Antics stockades nest, and it's all big one round robin effect. In all reality, you can probably connect these any way you want, and with more tubing available in the shop as well, the ideas are endless. In the future, I want to have shelves on the wall and a whole bunch of tubing going up and down and more nests from them and all that fun stuff. So there's a lot to look forward to, and it's all just one big amazing opportunity to move forward with your ant keeping. If you're wondering, that's fluon. That makes sure that they don't climb up the oh my god, am I stuttering? The outworld. Make sure they don't climb up the walls of the outworld. And if you look in the back, this outworld, I haven't actually put a new layer of fluon in 2 or 3 months now, so they're starting to get up there, but when I go around and add a new layer, it takes a while for them to be able to climb up. Now then, let's finish up the video and show you this crazy clip that I found on YouTube. Recording videos in general takes a lot of time and energy, and sometimes does get a little stressful, so I'm sure it's understandable why I really haven't been doing a weekly video. But now that everything's in place behind the curtain, I'm sure that I'm going to have a lot more coming up for us, and I'm going to start putting in YouTube videos that I found interesting into the My Antics videos itself, with, of course, giving a shout out from the original uploader as well. Here's a video of a tick being exploded with peroxide, and you guys have a wonderful night as well. Happy ant keeping!